Today we're going to be taking a look at the TRAK RACER TR120 racing simulator, including the rig customization options, the build process, and the long-term use review. I've been using this sim rig now for over 6 months, and it not only looks good, it's been super solid and perfect for quick hot laps, rally, drifting, online races, and testing out new hardware. Now the TR120 is a great looking design with a unique curved base, and it's built up with high quality aluminium profiles, brackets and hardware. The rig is customizable, which allows you to configure it and adjust it to your preference. Taking a look at the TR120, there's quite a few configuration options to choose from. Starting with the wheel mount, we've got a universal flat pre-drilled plate, and this allows for easy mounting of wheelbases and offers the best leg room if you're not front or side mounting the wheelbase. The next choice is the TR1. This has 2 aluminium profiles with 2 anodized side angle adjustment plates, and it comes with an adjustable steel center plate that can be mounted in a variety of ways for different wheelbases. Currently I'm using the TR1 centre mount inverted with the Moza R12 direct drive wheelbase, and while the R12 doesn't have any side mounting points, inverting the mount and bolting up from the underside gives a nice clean side mounted look. One thing I did add after the initial setup was some spaces under the wheelbase just to lift it up slightly. Other than that, I've been really happy with the TR1 setup and adjustability, and it's worked well with all wheelbases, giving a good driving position and plenty of rigidity. For other wheelbases that allow it, there's also a front mount option and a side mount option to choose from. For mounting pedals, there's 3 options to choose from. There's a pre-drilled plate, the aluminium profile with a heel plate, and the inverted kit. The pre-drilled plate is good for mounting all types of pedals, and it makes mounting a basic set of Logitech pedals from the underside easy. I'm using the second option, which is the aluminium profile with the heel plate, and I find it works well with different pedals. I've used it configured with pedal sets with and without the included heel plate, and it's been super solid and given plenty of adjustability. And another good thing, pedals can be individually mounted to the profile if needed. For the shifter mount, there's a short arm or long arm mount available. I've been using the long arm mount and think it's one of the best choices for shifter placement and rigidity. At the moment I've got a sequential shifter mounted onto the shifter plate and a handbrake directly mounted onto the profile. But I might add the handbrake mount and relocate the handbrake to the outside of the shifter. Next up for seats, TRAK RACER offers a few fixed back and reclining seat options to choose from, or you can always use your own. I'm using the Sparco circuit. Now these seats are made for race cars and do hold you in tightly with a fixed back position. The seats attach via brackets with side mounting points, which gives some angle adjustment, and these seat rails mount directly onto the included seat sliders. Now for a monitor stand, there's options to have an integrated mount that attaches onto the sim rig for single, dual, triple, or even a quad mount monitor setup. Having the integrated mount does look good, but I do prefer having the monitor mount separately from the rig. This allows it to be easily moved, and it also keeps any vibration from the rig travelling up to the screen. Separate freestanding monitors are easy to move around, which is good for maintenance and adjustment, and also accessing the back of the rig. There's heaps of other add-ons like handbrake mounts, an adjustable keyboard tray, PC tray, caster wheels, speaker mounts, and butt kicker mounts, all items that allow you to further customize your setup. And there's even the option to build up and set up the TR120 as a flight sim. One other accessory I did add was the USB-powered RGB Mat. The sim mat is made of neoprene material, and this defines an area for the rig to sit on, and it keeps everything looking neat and tidy. When the power is on, the outer edge lights up, and this can be cycled through different colours and RGB modes. Once we've selected a rig in the configurator, the order arrives with all the parts and aluminium extrusion well packaged. The first thing to notice is the high quality of parts and hardware, and all the metal parts are well made and feel solid. With high quality parts and hardware, the thicker walled aluminium profile and heavy duty brackets all add up to ensure a solid built rig. For the assembly, it's just a matter of following the build guide and bolting parts together. Once it's built up, it's a heavy rig, so you'll need 2 people to help move it into position. Or if you do prefer, TRAK RACER does offer optional add-on caster wheels, which would make moving the rig around easier. For cable management, the TR120 comes with handy twist-in clips that work well with cable ties. At the moment I'm using some reusable zip ties, which makes it easy to swap out cabling for testing different sim gear. The TR120 comes included with a seat slider, and this is handy for quickly adjusting the seating position or moving the seat back to make it easier to jump in and out of the rig. I was thinking to remove the seat slider once it was built up and the driving position was set, but they've been essential for guests and friends, allowing us to quickly adjust the seating position to start racing. Not only that, it's been good for moving the seat back and making more room to access and swap out components. A big benefit of building a setup with an aluminium profile rig is that it's strong and versatile. You can always add parts separately later if you wish to customise it further, and it's easy to swap out parts and make adjustments. So always start off with a good quality base and build upon it as your needs grow or change. Over the last 6 months of heavy use, the build quality and strength of the rig has been great. It's super solid and providing plenty of strength and rigidity, and nothing has moved or needed tightening. There's been some cosmetic wear in a couple of spots, but this has been caused from a high amount of adjustment to accommodate different wheelbases and components for testing. There's a few minor marks visible on the anodised mount near the bolt, and some slight marks on the insides of the uprights. And apart from that, there's not a single mark on the rest of the rig, and the finish has held up well. Driving and racing with a solid setup makes you feel connected with the game, and you don't have to worry about pedals moving or sliding around under your desk, and it gives you better control over the car you're driving. If you've been racing at a desk for a while with a beginner setup and looking to upgrade to a direct drive, a solid aluminium profile rig is the way to go. Not only is it solid and versatile, allowing you to set up the perfect driving position, it'll make the immersion and racing more enjoyable. Overall, I'm very happy with the design and build quality of the TR120 rig. It's exceeded expectations, and it will definitely outlast all the electronic components attached. The adjustability has also been great for testing out new equipment, and it's handled everything thrown at it. The TRAK RACER TR120 is an excellent sim rig, built to last a very long time.